All right, now we're going to go to inserting a Google Calendar into your website. Now this can be very beneficial, especially if you teach multiple classes or you have things going on in your classroom and you want people to know what's going on in your classroom. Now this necessarily doesn't have to be done on your home screen, but for the sake of just showing you how to do it, we're going to put it on this page because we haven't got to creating pages yet. And so, and this also assumes that you know a little bit about Google Calendars. All right, and so up above here you have your Google links again. So I'm just going to go to Calendar, and I already have my calendar set up for the most part. But what we're going to do is just going to create a fictitious class. And so along the left-hand side here I have my calendars, and there's a little drop-down menu here. So I'm going to click on that and click Create New Calendar. So we're going to call this Fake Class 101. Okay, don't need a description, don't need any of that stuff. Now I'm going to want to make this calendar public because this calendar is going to go on my website. So make this calendar public. Just make sure your time zones are correct. They should be correct if you have your settings correct in your Google settings. So create calendar. After I've made it public, named it, create calendar. And it'll come up, say, warning, make your calendar public, make all events visible to the world. That's fine. Click yes. And don't know what that was, but here comes my class right here. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off so you can see everything that I'm doing here. Okay, so Fake Class 101. So today there was no school. And below here you'll see that it'll say Fake Class 101. You can have your different calendars up and hit Create Event. And so what you want to see here is that each one of these, I only have one clicked. It's on Fake Class. Then it'll quickly default to that calendar when I'm adding any events. So let's say we have a field trip. Doing the field trip review. And here we're going to do a reading, pages 34 through 54. Then create event. Get into January, so there's no school here. Okay. Alright, and so you kind of get the picture. You can put anything you want in here, that's just fine, and obviously it's a little more advanced if we're going to do a couple more things. But what we want to do now is, once I've created my calendar, put in some of my events, we're going to go back to my website. We're going to edit this page, and then we're going to insert what? We're going to insert a calendar. Okay. Now it's already linked to your account, so all your calendars will come up. And so we're going to link Fake Class 101, so that's what we were doing. Hit select. Now here's your different options. Now you can change this to whatever you want. Now some people like the month view, some people really like the agenda view when looking at their class stuff. Since it's just one, we're just going to go month view, and they can change it too. Okay, and that looks good. We're going to click Save. Okay, now you're not going to see anything here until you hit Save, and so you have different options here as well. So if you want text wrap on, hit Save, and now up will pop your calendar. Now look, it looks like it's a little thin. Okay, so you want it bigger than that, maybe not so tall. Okay. So we're going to go back to Edit Page, click on the calendar, then you have a little Settings button or Properties button. Click on that. So here's the height. Height is at 600. Now this you just have to play around with a little bit. So we're going to go to 500 height, and the width, we'll go to 500, make it a perfect square, and click Save. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Now I can make it a little bit wider if I want. but nonetheless you can see the calendar. Now this is what the kids will see. Okay, as long as you've made it public, and they can switch it to agenda view if they want, and they can see it this way, or you can default it to agenda view, that's fine. But that is insert calendar. Kind of a nice way to keep people informed. Now yes, you can add more calendars to that one. Just go back to your properties and just display another calendar, and we'll display my radio schedule. Maybe. Okay, and so here's my radio. Now you can change the color. I want to change this to purple, and we'll change this one to red. And now I hit save. Save. And now you can see my radio schedule comes up as well. Okay, so for instance, if you have reading, math, you can do it by color, all on the same one, whatever you want to do. And so that is inserting a calendar into your website. A very, very helpful tool, and something that I think that parents would appreciate, students would appreciate. That way they can look ahead, see what's going on.